I had that with P. Diddy. I went over to say hello to P. Diddy, and Jay-Z was there, and Leonardo DiCaprio was sat at the
All right, I think you've dropped enough names.
Even though Diddy is incarcerated, he continues to make decisions outside. Moreover, rumors circulate that he killed Liam Payne. Yes, you all heard correctly. The public just learned about Liam's autopsy results. Contrary to what most people first believed, it wasn't a suicide. According to his toxicology analysis, he was found to be in possession of the same type of chemical that Diddy was observed giving his victims right before he killed or assaulted them. Even though Liam presented a clean image of himself while he was alive, recent information seems to indicate that he may have attended these wild parties, and he is the first of many people Diddy and his group intend to remove from the courtroom before the trial begins, in order to prevent them from testifying against him. People noticed right away that the room from which Liam fell appeared to be very disorganized, possibly suggesting that he was fighting with someone before being pushed off the balcony onto the concrete floor. To make matters worse, TMZ also had the brilliant idea of leaking pictures of Liam's dead body. There is a lot to discuss here, so let's get started. As most of you are well aware, Liam Payne, a former member of One Direction, shocked the internet when he was reported dead after inexplicably falling from a hotel balcony in Argentina on the 3rd story. After an emergency crew arrived following a call, the police stated they found Liam's corpse. According to the police's preliminary investigation, Liam's death was caused by both internal and external bleeding injuries. They also discovered the spot where Liam collapsed, which included drugs, alcohol, and a phone. Officers at the location were first responding to allegations of an aggressive man who could have been intoxicated, according to Buenos Aires police. Officials were informed that a loud noise had come from an interior courtyard when they arrived at the hotel. A police inquiry was started shortly after they found the deceased. Alberto Crescenti, the director of emergency medical services, informed the local media that an autopsy would be performed and that Liam had sustained severe injuries. They also discovered a cell phone, a lighter, and a bottle of whiskey. Everything pointed to Liam being alone when that fall occurred, the feds said. That's how it was intended to seem, anyhow. Additionally, the hotel staff discovered his room completely disorganized, with several damaged items, including multiple medication packages containing clonazepam and over-the-counter drugs. There were many doubts at the time, and many started blaming Liam's girlfriend for abandoning him in Argentina and taking a plane back to Miami without him. But now that his toxicology report has been made public by the authorities, we finally know how he passed away and what drugs were discovered in his body. According to ABC News and TMZ, a partial autopsy revealed a pink cocktail that included benzodiazepines, methamphetamine, ketamine, and MDMA. Anonymous sources with knowledge of preliminary testing were reported by both outlets. An unidentified official told the Associated Press that there were signs of exposure in the preliminary toxicological assessment. However, it appears that Liam forgot to bring these to the hotel, which is when things started to get a bit dodgy. He was precisely located and sold it to him at a discount. Furthermore, we still don't know the identity of this enigmatic individual. Investigators are reportedly attempting to determine who sold Payne the narcotics he consumed at the Casa Sur Hotel in Palermo. At least 3 hotel staff members and 2 women who were in Liam's room just hours before he passed away have given testimonies to the police. Many people began sneering at Diddy and his group as soon as all these contradictions in Liam's death were made public, particularly due to the pink substance that was discovered in Liam's toxicology report. Since Diddy was indicted, the pink has been talked about a lot. It seems to be some kind of concoction of drugs that Diddy used to add to other people's beverages during his parties, so they could stay up for hours on end without feeling fatigued. Music producer Lil Rod initially brought it up in a lawsuit in which he claimed that Young Miami had given Diddy the pink substance at his request, and occasionally even flown it into the city where Diddy would be having his parties. When he neglected to bring the drugs, he went with Brownlee or Young Miami instead of Brendan Paul, Diddy's newly detained suspected mule, from whom he typically acquired the substances. Now, some of you may be asking what makes this substance so unique and why it is named pink rather than simply being the ordinary white powder that we are all familiar with. This is because this pink isn't your typical color. Pink, or 2CB, often referred to as 2C, is said to be a mix of pain and pleasure that is meant to allow users to profit from both without having to take them individually. According to Lil Rod, he saw Diddy perform a few lines in his dressing room, and Brendan called Young Miami, who delivered it on the private plane from Miami anytime he wanted to see but forgot it. Not too long ago, Jaguar Wright entered the conversation and provided us with a thorough analysis of this pink substance.
When they hear pink, Young Miami has to bring across. That's,
Wait, the Tusi.
Yeah, the Tusi. That's what they call.
I found out. I talked to my guy because I wanted to be informed. Because people was calling it Tusi, that's calling it the Tunchi. I didn't know which one it was, so I talked to my guy, and my guy filled me in, and then it made perfect sense. Tusi.
Talk to him.
Was with Jaguar.
Let's talk.
Education.
101.
So Tusi is but they take the ketamine and cook it up. And they fold it into the cup. Now, if you don't know what ketamine is what they call on the street Special K. It's a veterinary, it's a horse tranquilizer. Now, gay men have been using this for years. See, back in the day, if you went to a gay party or a gay rave, there was certain you will always find on hand. Viagra, ecstasy, Special K. Now, see, keep you up all night, but unfortunately, it gives you limp noodle because of what the blood flow is. So you wants to fuck with a half-hard dick all night. So that's why you have the Viagra to make sure that the involuntarily stays hard while you're numbing your fucking self with the. Now, see, the ketamine, that's a horse tranquilizer, so that relaxes all your muscles. You could get by 80-ton gorillas. You wouldn't feel a thing. So now, your is gonna stay hard. You numbed up and you high. You got the ketamine in you, so you don't feel shit. And then you add the ecstasy to put in the feeling that you've now blocked out. And now you got a party.
Freak off cocktail.
Yeah. So now, the Tusi, they done skipped all the steps. They condensed it. So you got the in there, and then you got the ketamine in there, and they say that some of the dealers add the ecstasy in there. Now the Viagra, you still got to take that solo. But with the Tusi, you got all of that. The gay cocktail, off cocktail, in the one thing. And the reason why it's pink is because they put the food coloring in it. They think, he said he think they got it from the Breaking Bad. You remember how they was making the meth, and they made it a special color, so they done that with the Tusi.
Wow.
It's the food coloring.
You think that...
As if you need more. When did high not get high enough? Like, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, to the point where you have to fly it across, like, I need that here tonight. Can you get that here? Like, no...
I need that here. You got 3 powerful and food coloring.
Okay.
You are numb. You are wired. You pop that Viagra. You a f***ing machine. You anything. You a brick wall when he.
Furthermore, it turns out that the precise one Diddy uses was made just for him. Additionally, Liam's toxicological report contained a similar kind. Jaguar claims that Tusi is the street name for the color. Additionally, it is a concoction of other potent chemicals, such as ketamine, Viagra, and any other substance that comes to mind. Additionally, ketamine is a horse tranquilizer that is meant to help you unwind and stay up all night without feeling exhausted. The problem is that while it helps you stay awake, it makes it extremely difficult for others to become aroused right away. They added Viagra for that reason. Even if they're not in the mood, it helps the person taking it become aroused. Hence, rather than separating all these various substances into distinct ones, the attendees of Diddy's parties suddenly blended everything into this one named pink. And I suppose Young Miami was responsible for providing Diddy with it each time he hosted these events. The party cannot continue without the pink. Although the police have stated that 2 unidentified women were spotted by the staff leaving Liam's room shortly before he passed away and are currently investigating the matter, it is unclear if Liam was taking this pink substance to a private party in his room. It is thought that these women were most likely hired to pretend to be experts. Whether any of this is true or not, and as of right now it's all alleged information, people are starting to believe that Diddy was involved in Liam's death. The accusations grew worse when an old interview Liam did went viral. In it, he was recalling some of the people and things he had seen at a previous Diddy party, but the interviewer interrupted him before he could finish. As usual, everyone had different opinions about this. One person said, "I think they got rid of him to scare the rest." Another said, "I think Liam got blackmailed and he was acting erratic earlier in the hotel. It's like he knew something, so someone pushed him out the window, or he did it himself." But now, I'd like to know what you think about Liam's autopsy finding Diddy's pink in his body, and whether you believe Diddy actually killed him. What have you done? Please share your thoughts in the space provided below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other extremely messy video.